Hello, and in today's video, we are going to be learning how to make proper body panels for any vehicle you're building. Now let's get right into it. First, we need an actual frame to start with, so let's look for one on the workshop. That's not a frame, that's not a frame, no, 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 none of these are frames. I have to build my own frame in a second. Okay, so I quickly built this little frame. I will be making a YouTube video on how to do this soon, but I feel like first we should focus on body panels so you know how to generally make the shape of a truck or a car. So first we're going to want to start off with a brick, and you're going to want to place it generally close to the center, which this is close enough. The trick with these things is that you can make them any shape or size you need. So, for example, if I'm going to start off with a simple pickup truck, we are just going to make a relatively simple square and then make a hood that travels back to the front half of the frame. In order to change the size, you go here and it will show you which side it will be changing. The side that glows is the side that will be shrinking or growing in size. So you want to make this part as flat as possible. Set that to 0.1. Then we want to lengthen it by around 4 feet and just keep lengthening it until it's about the size we need to cover the whole frame, just like this. Now all we have to do is set this number to 2. This is pretty good, and make sure it does not fall apart. What is this guy doing here? Next, we copy this, bring it up and flatten it and use it as the hood. Now you'll notice there is a little ledge right here. It looks a little ugly. And what you can do about this is you actually click spacebar and it changes it from clipping onto blocks to sliding over them. Now you have to be careful to make sure that it's still aligned, but you can get it just right to where you can slide it over like so. It's perfect, see? Now let's do the same thing for the sides. So this is the basic concept you want to get down, because once you understand this, you can practically make any body design or shape you want based off any frame. It doesn't even have to be this frame. This frame could be made out of bricks or squares or triangles or whatever. Once you figure out how to mesh scalables, you will be able to make practically any shape you need. A good way to speed it up, if you want the back the same as the front, all you have to do is copy paste the front and simply slide it over to the back. So here we go, we click Control C and the whole thing can now slide, and we simply connect it to the back. And always make sure it's centered. This matters a lot. And just like that, we have a front and a back to a frame. Now we have to do the floorboards, and this is important because a lot of the time you will make a floorboard either too high or too low, and Bob will either be sitting like 10 feet in the air or 2 inches below the dashboard. So what you want to do first is grab a seat. I like to use just the straight ones, and see where his head is according to the hood. Once again, it's a pretty rinse and repeat process. All you have to do is copy and paste this brick, paste it down here, and lengthen it to whatever you need. Copy paste it and slide it over the frame. Now we place the seats in a general area that we like, so I will get the copy and paste tool and I will place them right about here to give me space for the doors and the walls. Now the windshield can get confusing sometimes, but that's okay because the thing about scalables is that you can clip them onto the sides of each other, unlike bricks, like this. So they don't have to be on top of each other, they can be on the sides of each other. So what this means is that you can make these into little tiny thin rods, and as long as it's glued to the side of the scalable, you can put them at any angle you'd like, and they will stick. Always make sure that you delete all other surrounding blocks before you place them, or else it may show green on the block that isn't connected to anything and it will fall off. For example, this brick over here probably had that happen to it. So let's go ahead and replace it. To do this, we copy and paste and bring it out. Delete this one to make sure it doesn't clip onto any unsupported bricks, and we simply clip it back on. And just like that, it's fixed. Back to the windshield, we will now make these rods much longer so that it spans over to the roof. As you can see, Bob sits a little high for the windshield, so all I have to do is take the floor panels, copy paste them, and lower them to right about here, as much as I can. And now I grab seats, and just like that, problem is fixed. Now we can connect these two panels to each other. And we have a full-on windshield. Now that we have the roof, we can do another little copy and paste trick and simply grab the front part and paste it onto the back. And there we go. We have almost an entire frame done. Now, as you see, I've kind of gone from a truck idea as I forgot to add the stinking bed. So I just decided to go with a SUV more style like cab. So we have the 4 inner seats, boxy front, but where's the headlights and everything? So I will now be showing you how to detail the front of the grille. If you want to make headlights but you don't know where to start, all you do is grab some bricks, turn them to 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 on all sides. And now you can simply sketch out some designs with these rods. And to make it pop, you always want to make it a different color than the backdrop that you're putting them on. So I'm going to change mine to black. And they're a little small, so all I'm going to do, just make them bigger. Copy paste this, drag it over here, and now copy paste these two things like that. And just like that, we just made them bigger. Now we can make a simple grille. And just like that, we have a grille, as ugly as it may be. And that's how you make a simple car frame and brick rigs. In my next video, I will be detailing on how to make the actual main frame if you're not, just building one on an existing one and you want to make your own custom frame. And I will also be showing you how to install a drive shaft and a wheelbase to make it actually go vroom. Although I already have a video on that if you want to go watch that. It's a little dated, but it teaches you the basics on how to use the editor, because scalables are a little tough to get into when you're first starting. But I wish you all of the best of luck and have fun building. I'll see you in the next one.